Hey friends, you looking for a new dinner idea? Well, you gotta try this Big Mac rice bowl. This is a perfect back to school supper idea. Your teens will absolutely love it. It tastes just like a Big Mac, but it starts with rice, so it's a little more filling. And I'll show you how I made it. We're gonna start with getting some rice cooking in the rice cooker or on the stove, however you like to do it. I love this broken rice. It's a jasmine broken rice, but you can see it's a lot smaller than regular rice, but really use whatever you like. Now let's get our beef cooking on the stove. I get my beef from a butcher, and I will tell you, if you have a butcher that's local, it is not much more expensive than getting it at the grocery store. And just look at this red meat, and you'll see after I fry this up, there's hardly any fat in it. If you have a local butcher, check them out. Sometimes if you buy in bulk, you can get a discount. Now, let's get our topping started. I'm going to use these Claussen pickles. I love these sandwich stackers. I just blotted them off a little bit, and we're going to slice them up and cut them into tiny little pieces. Of course, use your favorite pickle. Any kind of pickles will do. Just chop them up into little pieces. It makes this much easier to eat. Now, we're also going to chop up one small onion. You know that Big Mac has those nice chopped onions on it. We really need that good Big Mac flavor coming out of this rice bowl. I'll speed this up a little bit and get that onion chopped. Now, I think Big Macs have American cheese on them. You can definitely use cheddar if you want to, but I really wanted to go with that authentic Big Mac flavor. So I used American cheese, and it doesn't do well if you try to shred it. So I just sliced this up into little pieces and then sliced them again, and this was perfect. They melted really well on this Big Mac rice bowl. Now I just used some shredded lettuce that I got from Walmart, along with some Thousand Island dressing, and we're going to top it off with some sesame seeds, just like that Big Mac sesame seed bun. Now our meat's still cooking on the stove. We're going to chop it up with this meat chopper, but I like to use larger chunks for this recipe. The seasoning I used today was Montreal steak, but my favorite to use is this hamburger seasoning from McCormick. If you can find that, it's so good and smoky. I love that for this recipe. And then I also used a little bit of garlic salt. Of course, you can use your favorite seasonings that you like to season your hamburgers with. Now you can see as I stir this meat, there is hardly any grease in there. Watch as I tip this pan, there's nothing to strain off. It's just another reason I love to use meat from the butcher. Okay, let's get these put together. We're gonna start with a base of rice. And you won't believe how big this thing grows. So I put some rice in there, and it doesn't seem like that much rice, but watch as this thing grows. Now we're going to add on our seasoned meat. This is such a fun recipe. I really think that kids, especially teens, would love this at back to school time. Now we're going to add on our American cheese. Just sprinkle on whatever you'd like. And again, use whatever kind of cheese you want, but American's going to be more like that Big Mac flavor. Now here's where it grows. I like a lot of lettuce on mine, so I just added more and more. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. Oh, a little bit more. And then the pickles and the onions really kick the flavor up. They're so good. You get that little bit of crunch from both the pickle and the onions. And of course, if you're making these at home with your kids, they can definitely leave these out, put more on, whatever they want. It's a great meal that they could put together themselves. Now this Thousand Island dressing tastes so similar to the Big Mac sauce, so we're going to drizzle that on top. You could also just do some ketchup and mustard. My son loves it with just some mustard. And then sprinkle on those sesame seeds, just like that sesame seed bun. This is such a fun, very easy little cleanup, just a meal your whole family is going to love. Thanks for watching. If you want more recipes like this, subscribe.